Okay, good morning to all. Today I'll cover up presentation chapter from grade 9 syllabus of IT. So straight away I'll move on to the book for the details. Let me share the book with the people. Now, digital presentation, unit 5. Now, in this chapter, we'll be able to learn uh, these few things. These are the learning outcomes. First, you need to create, save, open, and close a presentation. Then how to edit and format the text in the presentation. Then how we can add up shapes or images in the presentation. And then how do we organize the slides in the presentation. How to use themes. How to view and print the presentation. So these are the things which we'll cover up in this particular chapter. Now, starting from session 1. First of all, we should know what is presentation software. Now, these are the softwares which help us to create slide shows and presentation, which you can view on some screen, or we can use a projector to view the things to a group of people, right? Now, presentation contains a number of pages. These pages are basically called as slides, and in each slide there are a number of variety of text you can add, variety of images you can add, video, sounds, and other things, right? Now, the main point is why do we use this presentation? Presentation, we can also give presentation while speaking. Then, what is the use of these softwares? Right? The softwares help us to animate the object. So, when you animate certain things in the object, and that is the easier way for understanding. That the audience will be able to understand the things in a better way, easier way, right? So that's the use of making presentation using these presentation softwares, right? And we can also put some narration in the presentation. You can record your voice, and then that voice can be added into the slides in appropriate place, so that things will be more clear, right? And a lot of other presentation tools are there, like you can put some animations, you can put some transition effects, right? So so that will make your points, whatever you want to deliver to the audience, those points will be more clear to the audience, right? Now, what are the popular programs or the popular softwares available? The most commonly used is Microsoft PowerPoint, right? We also have Open Office Impress. We have Iowa Keynote in Apple. Then Google Slides is another example. And the Slides is an online platform where things are saved on the cloud storage, right? Now, in this chapter, we'll come up talk about PowerPoint presentation, right? So, PowerPoint is a part of Open Office suite. Right? It's a group of softwares basically, and one such software is your PowerPoint software. So quite powerful, very useful, and very popular software with a lot of features in it. And those features can be used for um, creating a presentation and then making your presentation very effective. Now let's start with PowerPoint. The very first thing is, how do we start PowerPoint presentation? First, you need to click on the start button, as you can see here in this figure also. Go to all programs, go to Microsoft Office, then click on the Microsoft Office PowerPoint 2010. 2010 is a version. If you have some other version, that will be indicated here. So just click on this. You can see here, this is the software, right? So click on this. So as in when you click, your interface will open up, right? So let's understand what are the different components of the software. On the top, we always have a quick access toolbar, which comes along with the title bar, right? So this is your title bar, the top one. The title bar displays the name of the file that you have opened up. It, like, for example, by default, it is presentation one. When you save the file with some other name, that name will come here, right? We also have three buttons in this right corner: minimize, restore, and close, right? Minimize will minimize the entire software into the taskbar. Restore is to make the window of this particular software shorter, and then again you can make it maximize. And close button is to close the entire software. There are some quick tools which you can access from this quick access toolbar area. Right? So these are the shortcuts which are most frequently used. You can choose those shortcuts from this part, these options from this part, right? Then we also have a number of tabs. You can see here file tab, home tab, insert, design, transition, animation, slideshow, review. So these are different categories of tabs that we have, and every tab has a number of group. As you can see, clipboard group is there in the home tab. We are in the home tab here, slide, font, paragraph, drawing, right? And within these groups, we have certain options, right? Clipboard में cut, copy, paste से related options है. In slides, we have how do we insert a new slide, how to change the layout or selection part or resetting. And in font, we have all sort of options which can change the font of the screen, right? Paragraph, we have different options in which we put align, which basically see the alignment of the text that you have written. Drawing toolbar help us to draw different objects, right? Different objects we can draw, then we can arrange them, right? And editing is for basically finding certain value or replacing certain value or selecting certain part, right? So this entire thing is called as a ribbon. The entire thing to all sum of all these options as well as these tabs, complete portion is called as a ribbon, right? This one complete. And to minimize the ribbon also, we have this small icon over here. When you click on this icon, so this will hide the ribbon, and if you click it again, it will again show the ribbon back, right? And now on this side, on the left side, we have two tabs here, slides and layout. The slides will show you the miniature form of slides, whatever slides you have made here, how many numbers, jitne bhi slides hai, you get the list of all those slides here. When you click on outline, the slides are not shown. So whatever text is written in the slide, those text will be shown in the form of lines, right? And this is your work area, the slide. And by default, if you see, the first slide has certain rectangular options. These rectangular options are called as placeholders. This is the area where we type, right? And we have some view buttons here. View buttons are just used to change the view of the slide that we have seen here, right? And on the bottom we have the status bar, which shows you the status of the page, that which slide number is being opened up and how many slides we have, right? And if you want to make this slide or zoom this slide, then we have this option over here to zoom it, right? One more button is there, dialog box launcher. Now this is basically used to open up the other options related to the group to which this dialog box launcher button belongs, right? When you click on this small button, so other options related to font will open up, will get a separate dialog box. And in that we'll see all these options must be there. Plus there are some additional options also. If you want to use those additional options, you can go with that dialog box. Choose those or apply those options, and then you can use those options straight away in the slide that is selected, right? So moving further, so I have discussed these. Title bar is there on the top, quick access toolbar, ribbon, file tab, right? Then we have these tabs, notes. I will talk about various options in the home tab one by one. Now, in the home tab, first group is the clipboard group. Now in the clipboard group, as you can see the picture also here, in this clipboard group, we have paste option. Now the paste option is used to paste certain data from the clipboard to the location where the mouse cursor is positioned. So wherever your mouse cursor is, वहां पे चीजें paste हो जाएंगी, right? Now, there are different other ways of pasting, like keep the destination theme, to keep the source formatting, copy only the text. Now, if you select these options, now where do we find these options? When you click on this small arrow, drop down arrow, you'll get 3-4 options there like this. These are the options. So if you select the first one, keep the destination theme, so it will paste the things, and whatever text is being pasted, that text will be um, using the theme which is already there in the slide. So slide में जो भी theme है, let's say you have choose from design, right? The color of the text you have chosen red, the background is something else. Now when you paste the data, so whatever is the color chosen in the theme, that color will be applied to the text which is pasted there. जो भी text हमने paste किया, उसमें वो theme apply हो जाएगा, right? Now when you go with keep source formatting, source is the place from where you copied. तो जहां से आपने कॉपी किया, वहां पे जो भी फॉर्मेट है, that format will be applied, right? Now if you copied from some other slide, let's say उस स्लाइड में टेक्स्ट का कलर ग्रीन था, साइज उसका 14 था, राइटिंग स्टाइल कुछ और था, तो whatever format was there, the same format will be applied when you paste that part in the slide, in your current slide. तो आप अपनी करंट स्लाइड पे जब पेस्ट करोगे, तो जो सोर्स है जहां से कॉपी किया था, वो वाला फॉर्मेट अप्लाई होगा, right? And if you select this paste only the text option, the paste only option will simply paste the text. It will not paste any kind of formatting. वो जो default format है, उसी में paste हो जाएगा. मतलब जो text आप paste करोगे, उस text में जो formatting है, कोई भी apply नहीं होगी. अगर आपने जहां से कॉपी किया था वहां टेक्स्ट कलर अगर रेड है, तो वहां रेड नहीं आएगा, वहां पे ब्लैक ही आएगा जो डिफॉल्ट है, और उसका साइज 11 होगा जो डिफॉल्ट है, और वो कैलिबरी फॉन्ट में होगा जो डिफॉल्ट है, राइट? So formatting will not be copied if you go with this option, right? Then we also have certain other options like paste special. So this is basically used to paste formatted and unformatted kind of text, right? So, and if you want to paste it as a hyperlink also, there's an option to create this hyperlink. Nowadays this hyperlink basically, when you paste the data, actually it is not pasted, the text is not pasted, it will create a link to the place from where you have copied. एक लिंक बन जाएगा, जब आप उस लिंक पे क्लिक करोगे, तो आप उस टेक्स्ट पे जाओगे जहां से आपने कॉपी किया था, राइट? So whatever information you copy, it will be copied as a hyperlink, a link to the source place from where you have copied. Then cut option is there. Cut option and copy option, we have these two options. What is the difference? Cut will remove the text or image from the source, and it saves the things in the clipboard. And when you paste it, it is pasted on the new location. तो ये रिमूव करता है पुरानी लोकेशन से नई लोकेशन में पेस्ट करने पे ऐड होता है, और क्लिपबोर्ड ग्रुप में ये सेव करता है. Copy में it will create a copy of the things, means the data that you have copied from one place will remain at the source place also and the destination place also. जहां से कॉपी किया वहां पे भी रहेगा, और जहां हम पेस्ट कर रहे हैं वहां पे भी रहेगा, राइट? कट के केस में वो सोर्स से रिमूव हो जाता है. Another option is format painter. Format painter does not copy the text basically. ये text image copy नहीं करता, ये सिर्फ text के अंदर जो format apply किया था वो format copy करता है, right? For example, if you have written some text somewhere और उसका color red था, ठीक है, आपने कोई दूसरा document बनाया, you want the same color, want the same font, you want the same format in the new file also, right? You want to use the same format basically, not the same text नहीं चाहिए मुझे, सिर्फ format वैसा चाहिए, कलर भी वैसा हो, साइज भी उतना हो. तो उसके लिए क्या करेंगे कि जो आपका ओल्ड फाइल है वहां से उस टेक्स्ट को आप कॉपी करो, सेलेक्ट करो, फर्स्ट सेलेक्ट and then click on this format painter, go to the new location. So whatever text is there in the new location, you select that with the straight away. When you select it, so that format will be applied, right? So let me open one blank files so that I can show you those things. See, let's say we have some text here, ABCD, right? Color of the text is red, right? And size, I've make it 22. Writing style, I have changed it to Algerian, right? Then I go to some other place, right? Then we set it back to default. You typed some other name, let's say XYZ somewhere, right? इसका text color default था जो भी automatic है. So I want to apply this format into this part, right? For applying this, either you click anywhere between these this text, anywhere, right? Or you select it completely, go to Format Painter. So the moment you go to Format Painter, your mouse cursor will change into the arrow which is on the right side. By default, it is on the left side. Right? Arrow is pointing, the pointer is pointing to the left side. But when you click on Format Painter, this part is highlighted. Now you just have to come to the text. The cursor will change into brush symbol. Select the part where you want to apply, and then leave the mouse button. So when you select it, so whatever area you have selected, उस area के अंदर same format apply होता है. Okay, moving further, uh, the next part is slides. The slides group in the home tab, it has three options basically. First is to add up a new slide, then to change the layout of the file, and then to reset the file back to the default values, right? So new slide button is here just to add up a new slide. Once you have created, done with the first slide, you can add up a new slide using this option. You just have to click on this, the new slide will be automatically added. And if we talk about layouts, so this layout option will change the layout of the slide. Now, what do you mean by layout here? Layout is the arrangement of objects on the slide. So whatever objects we have on the slide, how do we arrange them? Right? For example, if you want the title in the center, you can choose that first layout as title layout. Or if you want title on the top and some points at the bottom, then you can choose that layout. So there are different sort of layouts, different styles of slides which you can change, right? Which you can choose as per your requirements. And reset is once you are done with some formatting features, and then you want to bring back the default value, जो भी default है, उसको वापस लाना है, तो हम reset पे click करते हैं, right? Let me open present PowerPoint so that I can show you these things also in side by side. Right, so this is slide number 1. Now, if you want to add up one more slide, you can click on the new slide. You'll get slide number 2, which you can see here, right? And this is the layout where we have title on the top, and we can put some points here in the second placeholder. So we have two placeholders, one for the title, one for the points. And if you want to change this kind of layout, we have this title and content in the slide number 2. Now you want to split the lower part into two parts. You can still select two content. Now there will have two placeholders here for adding two different lists you can check, right? So whatever text you want to add as per your requirements, you can do that. So layouts we can change as per our requirements from this area, right? So that's the use of layout. And then once you have typed certain things here, right, and then you change the formatting, I want to make it red, I want to bring it center, and then I change the size, I make it bold, it's underline also. Now I feel that I don't want these changes, I want to go back to the default values. We'll go with the reset. When you click on reset, so whatever things that you have applied to this format will be reverted. So we'll go back to the default settings that we have that are there with the software, right? That's it. Then going back, going to the next option. Next, we have font group. The font group, as you can see, these are the options and the very commonly used options. So here we have options like bold, italics, underline. We know what is this. To make the text bolder, to make the italics is to make the text tilt to one side, and underline से हम लोग text के नीचे एक line show कर सकते हैं. Shadow effect is also there. Then strike through is also there. Right. This is shadow effects. This is strike through. Right. This is shadow. This is strike through. And then we can change the font style from here, जिसको हम font face बोलते हैं, right? Font face means the way of writing, or we can say writing way of the text, how the text is shown, right? So you can change that formatting style, font face from this area. Then we can change the size from here. And these are two buttons to increase and decrease the size. The first one is grow font, and the second one is shrink font. And these two buttons are used to increase and decrease the size. You select the text, click on this button, the size will keep on increasing. And when you select the text and click on the second button, the size will keep on decreasing. Keep on clicking, the size will keep on decreasing, right? Then this option is to change the case, right? Now we have different cases. Cases means if you want the text in capitals, the entire text to be in capitals, then we select uppercase. And if you want the sentence text to be in small letters, so we'll choose the lowercase. If you want it in sentence case में क्या होता है? First letter is capital, rest all is small. So we'll choose the sentence, right? And two more are there. Capitalize each word and then toggle. Toggle में क्या है? First letter will be smaller and rest all letters will be capital, right? And capitalize each word is another option. Capitalize each word means it will capitalize the first word of every first letter of every word, right? Then few more options are there, like change case. After change case, we have the shadow. I've shown you shadow option. You have seen here. Then strike through, and this is your shadow effect. This is strike through. Strike through is just brings a line between the text. Shadow will give a small shadow at the background of the text, right? And this button over here is the clear format button. So whatever format you have there on the text, you want to clear that format, you can just click on this, right? And anything left, that's it. And this is character spacing. If you want to increase and decrease the space between the characters, you can just choose the option that you want, right? I see this option in the presentation also. Select the part. From here we can change the font. From here we can increase, decrease the size. And text formatting. This is grow font and shrink font button. This is to clear the format. Bold, italics, underline, shadow, strike through. This is normal character spacing, very tight, or if you want to make it loose, this is loose, right? Character spacing आप adjust कर सकते हो. Sentence case, first letter capital, rest all small. Upper, lower case, everything in small letters. Upper case, everything in capital letters. Capitalize each word, first letter capital, rest small. Of every word, सारे words के पहले letter capital, बाकी सारे small. और toggle में उल्टा है, पहला small है, बाकी सारे capital. ठीक है? Toggle effect क्यों नहीं आया? क्योंकि हमने select नहीं किया. Right? So this is toggle. So whatever format you want, you first select the text and then you can apply that text. Right? Let's go back. Next we have a paragraph group. In the paragraph group, the options are related to features that you can apply to the paragraph. कौन कौन से features हैं? One is bullet. bullets, numbering. Bullets is to add some bullet before the text line. If you want to create a list kind of thing, list के आगे आपको dots लगाने हैं, तो वो bulleted text होगा. As if you want to create a list with numbers in the beginning, so numbering can be done, numbering can be applied. And this is to increase and decrease the indent, these two options. Indent क्या है? Indent is the space between the margin and the text. जो पेज का margin है, जैसे ये जो space है यहाँ से लेके यहाँ तक, right? This is the margin, and if you want to increase the margin, then you can choose the second option. If you want to decrease, you can choose the first option, right? Alignment options, we have 4 different alignments: left, center, right, and justify. Left will move the text to the left side, center will bring the text to the center of the page, right will move the text to the right side, and justify will align the text from both sides, both margins, and it will adjust the space between the words, right? Then line spacing is spaces between the lines, right? Font group में था character spacing, वो characters के बीच में spacing है. जैसे if you write in Gaurav, तो G, A और इन दोनों में different कितना space होना चाहिए, that we can adjust with character spacing. Now this is line spacing. We have, let's say we have 2 lines here, so how much space you want between 2 lines, so that we can adjust from this part, right? Then we can convert the text into columns, and you can rotate the text also. There is the option to rotate the text. You can rotate the text 90 degree or 270 degree, and then certain more options are there. We'll see those options. Align text, disalign text. Although this is also alignment, these are 4 alignments which are a horizontal set of alignments, horizontally. If you want alignment vertically, then we go with this align text option, right? Top, bottom, and middle, right? So top, bottom, middle. So these are 3 options there. Middle को वहाँ पे center भी लिखते हैं sometimes, right? And then we also have this option to convert the format into the smart art. Smart art are basically the tools which make your data more attractive. It's a kind of like if you want to create a MCQ type of questions, there you type question on the top, you want 4 options at the bottom. So those 4 options can be given with can be written in the smart art so that it looks more attractive, right? Let's see these options. Now see, if you want to, let's write some colors here, right? First option is bullet. If you click it, it will remove the bullets. Otherwise, it will apply the bullets. And if you want to change the bullet format, you can change the format also, right? Second option is numbering. In place of bullets, it will put numbers here, right? And the numbering formats are also different formats are there. You can choose whatever you want, right? This is increasing the level. You can see the text is moving from the margin, moving away from the margin. This is to move it back, bring it back, right? So this will increase the space between this line of the placeholder and the text, right? And this is line spacing 1.1.5. You can see this line, the space between the lines will increase, right? Increase and decrease. By default, it is 1.0. This is left alignment, this is center, this is right, and justify. Justify only works when we have a full sentence over here. When you write complete sentence, so it will align the things into the margin. Like I'll write something here. I'll write anything, right? So if you see the word doesn't fit the area, it moves to the next line. So that's the problem, right? In this sentence, whatever sentence it is. So if the word doesn't fit in this area, it goes to the next line, which is not aligned. This is left aligned basically. When you go with the justify, the things are aligned from both the sides, from left as well as right side. It adjusts the space in between. यहाँ पे देखो second line में space उसने increase कर दिया because space was less. In first line the space was decreased, right? So this is how we can adjust the things over here. Then whatever left, we left with the horizontal alignment. Also we can go with the text directions. Also there's an option here, you can change the direction to 90° or 270°, or you can put it stacked. So whatever way you want you can apply, right? And we can create columns also. Okay, so next part is directions we have done. And if you want to align the text vertically, we have these three options. By default, it is top. When you click on middle, text will go to the middle of the placeholder or the window, whatever it is, and bottom will move the text to the bottom of the bottom line, near the bottom line. So you can move the text accordingly, right? One more thing left over here is that we can put the text into columns also, right? जैसे न्यूज़पेपर में columns होते हैं वैसे columns बना सकते हैं. This is one column. If you want to split this into two columns, then two columns will be applied. Now how will you go to the next column once your text is finished, right? I'll reduce this size. You can see now, right? Once your line is over in the first column, it moves to the second column, right? Likewise, we can create columns. In case you want three columns, you can put three, and you can, if you want more columns, go with the more column options. How many numbers you want, put the number and click OK. Fine. So these are the options available in paragraph. The last option, which is smart option, smart art. So these are some of the smart art options. Let's select this first, right? Let's select this. We'll go with smart art. If you want these options, these are basically used when you want to put points, right? When you have bulleted points or numbered points, right? List kind of thing is there, then you can, it's more useful, right? Like you can see the preview at the back. So we can apply any kind of format that you want, right? These are pre-created formats. So just click on that and that will be applied, right? Then the next tab, the next group is the drawing group. In the drawing group, there are certain shapes that you can apply, that you can create on the slide, and then we can arrange them. If you have multiple shapes, then we can arrange those shapes on the slide, right? And arrangement means like if you have two shapes, if you want to bring circle, let's say you have a circle and a square, you want circle on the top and square at the background. So we can arrange that thing. If you want to bring the square on the top and circle at the background, so we can flip over the options, right? सर्कल को पीछे लाना है, स्क्वायर को आगे लाना है, या सर्कल को आगे लाना है, स्पेस स्क्वायर को पीछे लगाना है बैकग्राउंड में, तो हम ये अरेंजमेंट यहाँ से we can use this arrangement option from this arrange option available, right? Then we have the shape fill option. This help us to fill color into the shape that you have selected. Shape outline will fill the color to the lines that are there in the shape. And these are the effects that you can apply, like shadow effects, glow effect, reflection effect, right? Or three-dimensional effect. So if you want to convert your shape into 3D or some other effects you want to apply, then we go with this option, right? And if you see, this quick styles also available. Now quick styles are ready-made kind of styles which can apply to any shape. ये ready-made styles हैं जिनको हम straight away apply कर सकते हैं, right? Or let's see these options on screen also. Now, let's see this option. Let's go to a blank slide first. We'll change the layout and make it black. So let's draw a circle first and draw a circle. I'll also draw a rectangle, right? Now I'll go to quick style to change the format of this rectangle. Now we have selected rectangle, right? This is the rectangle. This is a circle. Now whatever you draw, it overlaps the previous drawing, right? Now if you draw some other figure, let's say if I draw this arrow, right? It overlaps the previous one. Now if you want to bring circle on the top and the square as the background, so that we can arrange from this arrange option, right? So select the one. If we want to bring circle on the top, circle ko select karo, bring to front option pe click karo, right? If you want to bring it back, send to back, right? And similarly, bring forward is also to bring it forward once, and bring backward once. And if you go with bring to send to back, you'll go at the back, right? I'll explain one thing more, like ये दो options क्यों है? जैसे अभी sent back का option है, मैं पहले इसको front पे लाता हूँ. Now this rectangle is on the front side. I want to move this rectangle behind this arrow, but above the circle. Circle से आगे हो, arrow से पीछे हो. So then I'll go with sent backward option, not sent to back. Sent backward में वो जो भी बाद में आइटम हमने ऐड किया उससे बैकग्राउंड में चला जाएगा, सर्कल के ऊपर है वो. अगर हम इसको सेंड टू बैक करेंगे, it will send this object to the background and entire other objects will come in the front, right? So similarly, if you want to bring this to the front or bring forward will bring it forward only once from one figure, not from the other figure. And if you go with bring to the front, it will bring everything on the front, right? So that's the arrangement options we have. And then if you want to change the color, right, although there are some fixed color in this quick style option, but still if you want to choose some other color, then go with fill shape, then choose the color that you want to apply, right? So fill the color. And we have some other options also, like if you want to insert a picture, click on the picture, right? Search for the picture, right? Then whatever picture you have saved, you select that picture and that picture will be applied, right? Or the other way is there are some gradient options where you can mix and match certain colors, like these are two colors basically, green and black. This is light green and grayish kind of thing. So it's a mix and a match of color. So you can choose the color, and still if you need more mix up, to go with more gradients and choose the color that you want in the gradient, right? ये यहाँ पे gradient fill है. Gradient fill where you can mix up the colors, right? Color I'll choose blue, or if I choose yellow only, right? So blue and yellow are mixed up, right? You can increase the intensity, decrease the intensity from here, gradient where to stop, right? So that's it. Then other option is shape outline. Shape outline will change the color of the line which is there on the border, right? The line is very thin, so we'll not be able to see it. So we'll go with the weight first. From here we can increase the size of the line, right? Now by default the color is very light, so if you want to change into black, you'll see the border, right? So this is how we can change the outline, and then we can also put some three-dimensional shadow effects, glowy effects, 3D effects, a lot of other effects are also there. So you can see these are shadow effects. So choose the object and then click on these effects, glow effect, right? So choose the one that you want to add. 3D is more visible, as you can see. This is three-dimensional kind of figure, right? So these are the options available to us with the objects and the shapes that you want to adapt. Then lastly, we have editing tool, editing group, and in the editing group, we have three options. First is find, then replace, and select. Find option is to find some particular part, and the replace option is to replace that particular text with some other. Right? If you want to, let's say, find one word, so you just go to find option, type that word, right, and it will highlight that word everywhere in that document, right, in that slides or multiple slides. And if you want to change that word with some other word, so we'll go with the replace option. We'll get two text fields there. First one will be find, second one will be replace. So when you click on replace, first text field you write that word that you want to find, and second text field will write the word with which that word is to be replaced. Right? Let's have a quick look over here. This is the replace option, or this is the find option. Find में सिर्फ find window दिखता है. If you want to find a word, let's say blue, so I'll write BLUE, blue. Find, it will highlight that word in the slide, right? And if you want to go with replace blue with brown, right? Click on replace all, replace and replace all. These two buttons are there. Replace will replace this blue word once only. And if you have written this blue word, let's say 10 times, 20 times in the file, in some of the slides also, so it will replace only once when you click on the replace button, the first occurrence. And if you click on replace all, तो ये blue word अगर 10 बार भी है तो 10 जगह पे भी change हो जाए, right? I'll go with replace. So it has changed that blue into brown, right? That's the use of replace. And we can also use this select part to select certain objects if you have, right? So just use the select part to select the objects, right? So that's the end of this first part, and the session 2 is about saving, creating, and closing the files. We'll do this in the next class, right?